So, a man that was wanted in connection with the taking out of a businessman in St. Anne's met his demise after he was also taken out in what police believe was a targeted hit. Hi again and welcome. This is Links WSM TV. Let's talk, and we're about to discuss this on the program. We ask you, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, and click on all so you're always in tune whenever time we post new videos. We'll be right back after the break with the details to come on the program. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for Links WSM TV. Let's talk. Without no delay, let me just get straight into what we want to discuss. So, a man who was implicated in the murder of a Chinese businessman in St. Anne 3 years ago was taken out in Philadelphia district in Brownstown on Saturday. The deceased has been identified as Liebert Piper, a vendor of Philadelphia district. He was in his 50s. Reports are that residents heard explosion coming from a section of the community sometime after 6 p.m. and alerted the police. On their arrival, it is stated that law enforcement officers found Piper lying on the ground with what appears to be a gunshot wound to the upper part of his body. He was later pronounced dead at hospital. A motive for the killing has not yet been ascertained, but police are carrying out their investigation. So this individual now who was taken out in St. Anne's was said to be a suspect in the murder of a businessman some 3 years ago, and he was in fact on bail at the time he met his demise. So according to reports in relation to that, Piper was on bail at the time he met his demise, and he was one of 5 men who were charged with the shooting of the Chinese businessman some 3 years ago. The 28-year-old businessman was reportedly shot in the head while he sat in his vehicle at his business establishment in Brownstown at about 3:45 p.m. on Tuesday, February 27, 2018. The other accused men charged with the murder are Creston Morrison of Brownstown, Raymond Emmanuel, a taxi operator of Philadelphia District, Orlando Mott of Philadelphia District, and Vivian Campbell, a higgler of Brains District in St. Anne's. Investigators believe that Morrison was the shooter, and Emmanuel is alleged to have transported the others, including Piper and the other man, to the crime and actually committing the robbery as well. The police initially booked Matt and Campbell and Piper for the murder on March 7, 2018. In April of the year, Morrison, the main suspect, was charged for murder, conspiracy to murder, and robbery after it is alleged that he fled the parish. He was held by the Manchester police in a targeted operation on April 6 at a house in Pike District, Christiana. The operation was in search of wanted men that had migrated from that section of the island. The final suspect to be held in late April that year was Emmanuel, who was also charged with the murder and conspiracy to commit murder and robbery. The case is presently before the St. Anne's Parish Court. So what happened is that the police believe that this was a case of robbery and that the Chinaman that was taken out in the attack might have refused the robbery attempt by these individuals after it is believed that he had cash on him as he sat outside in his motor vehicle. Now, the police have arrested these individuals and they were in fact charged with the offense, but the one that was taken out in St. Anne's was actually on bail at the time he met his death. We are not sure whether this was actually a hit coming from anyone else in relation to that crime or whether this might be linked to the crime that was committed in Brownstown of the Chinese businessman. The police cannot confirm or deny whether there is any linkage between the two, but they are still carrying out an investigation into the matter. But as you know, this individual was wanted for this crime. So I doubt that the police will do any more investigation in relation to his death, because he was not a saint as well in the matter. He was responsible for the taking out of this businessman, or even if he was not the one that carried out the act itself, he was in the company of the individuals that carried out the act. But we'll continue to track this story anyway and provide you with any more information in relation to this. This has been Links 7 TV. Let's talk, peace out, and bless. And much respect goes out to you, the viewers, as always.